Pause.
Okay. So, ich port mich jetzt einfach mal runter. Ich glaube, das ist das Sinnvollste. Da muss ich nicht flitzen. Nicht so viel rennen. Ob es diesmal auch wieder einen Schatzkompass gibt? Bestimmt.
Ja.
Komm schon, das wäre offensichtlich... Ja, okay, so offensichtlich wäre es nicht gewesen, aber... Da hätten sie eine Kiste verstecken können. Mano! Hinter einem Haus ist doch ein gutes Versteck. Was ist jetzt?
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name.
How did things end up like this?
Wie bin ich denn dahin gekommen? Das ist doch gar nicht die Mission. Ah, das wird die andere sein. Ich bin bestimmt aus Versehen reingelaufen.
When I finished the prototype R&R yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Oh, hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Paimons Name ist Paimon.
I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Das schaut schrecklich aus.
Prototype Aranara?
Oh, there we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
What exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
This is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aranara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all? Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tandra back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something. And suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
Well, that's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was the result.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanja in Gandharvaville, he doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate.
Gut, den Kindern zuliebe.
Yep.
Tanja takes us. Maybe that's why he was able to. Anyway, we're.
So, back to story. Und zum Teleporter. So. Da müssen wir hin. Da gehen wir hin. Da gucken wir hin.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow. Talk about hurly-burly. This place is busy. Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But, Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Lösen wir erstmal dieses Problem.
Given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found...
Okay, quatschen wir mal. Hast du zufällig, Elham, Inhaberin der Schneiderei, sag mal, hast du zufällig hier irgendwo eine Kiste gesehen? Ich bin auf Kistenentzug. Vielleicht hier hinten. Nein. Was? Ernsthaft? Schon lange keine Kiste mehr gesehen. Ah, warte mal, guck mal, da. Nein. Nein. Also normalerweise ist doch Genshin bekannt für Häuser, hinter Häuser oder auf Dächern Kisten zu platzieren.
Er ist enttäuscht.
Welcome. How can I help you
Mietz, wenn du dich hier noch 5-mal im Kreis drehst, weiß ich nicht, fällst du um, weil es dir schwindelig ist oder was ist los?
Do students from the Academia ever come to
course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Ein wenig lauschen. Okay, also Schleichmission, oder? Nee? Doch nicht? Keine Schleichmission?
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein Ahmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa, did you hear that? A niche field.
Verdächtig.
So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora. Have you lost your mind?
Was ist denn eine halbe Mille Mora?
Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Eine halbe Mille Mora ist doch nix. Ich hab heute schon eine Viertelmille wieder ausgegeben, ohne dass ich weiß warum. Einfach passiert. So, gehen wir mal nach oben. Wieder um wieder rauszukommen.
Im Wald durch. Es sind noch 7 Charakter.
Nice.
Ja, und die ganze Liste dann nochmal zusammentragen, damit ich eine Liste habe. Insgesamt alles.
Mhm.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Hier ist ja wirklich weit und breit keine Kiste. Was ist denn los?
Please take a seat.
Weiß ich.
So, they think that they can go toe to toe.
Ich kann ja mal kurz gucken.
Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first.
Ja, die werden versteckter sein. Aber oft waren sie halt auch sehr offensichtlich. Ich habe jetzt hier nur mal nach den großen Offensichtlichen geguckt.
They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time. So we mustn't underestimate them.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Das sind 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Stück.
Das ist nicht viel, aber für so eine große Stadt.
He'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Es sind auch allgemein nicht so viele Kisten hier in Dings drinne.
Nein. Mein Herz schmerzt.
Es sind nicht viele Kisten, also wenn man sich Mondstadt und alles anguckt, ist Sumeru mit einer der Dings, die am wenigsten Kisten hat.
Oh, schade.
Kannst hier selber auf der interaktiven Dings gucken.
Weiß ich.
Du siehst es ja auch.
Who are you? What do you want?
Ich bin nur ein Reisender.
A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
Mietz, jetzt verpiss dich mal.
Na, kein Bock mehr auf sie.
Ja, der hockt sich mitten im Bildschirm rein.
Ich will deine Aufmerksamkeit.
Übergib 50 Euro.
So, Sarah. Wo bist du denn? Sarah habe ich Arsch aufgezogen, wo ich eigentlich Raiden ziehen wollte. Was hat das minimal weh in dem Moment?
Kurze Frage, wie konnten wir eine halbe Millimora übergeben, wenn ich nicht mal eine halbe Millimora habe?
Du kriegst auch die Geld. Weil...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the... As you can see, years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom. But he was
langsam krieg ich Lust, die Story zu skippen.
She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our God shall return.
Mark my words, wo ist Euler?
All followers of the traitor and all the
Euler auf einmal da?
dwellers who have forgotten their true God will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Mietz, verpiss dich jetzt mal!
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the mora you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you, don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too! Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. He went that way! After him!
So, wir rennen jetzt irgendeinem hinterher. Okay. Ich habe gehört, zum Rennen nimmt man eben, ist alles schneller. Bis auf Euler. Die hat 2 Beine. Ayaka wird zur Wolke.
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you will reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
Das ist eine Art Wissen
You know
ist.
almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha.
Hey, in dem Gebiet gibt's USB-Sticks.
Personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
So, das muss ich mal ausdrucken.
Ah, so that's your true objective.
Warum ist mein Drucker nicht verfügbar? Hey. Jetzt hat.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
So, dann gehen wir mal kurz davor.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the academia because most of her wares don't comply with academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Den beherrsche ich.
That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
So. Aber
here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Urban Soul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the mora for don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay,
ich stelle mich in Risiko.
then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Gut. Wir gehen zu Dory. Nee. Doris. Oder Dory.
Dory, ich auch.
Ja.
What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right?
Achso, ich habe schon direkt das Falsche gesagt.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Gehen ist zu langsam und normales Laufen ist zu schnell. Der macht mich fertig.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Mein Glückwunsch.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Wie wäre es, wenn euch eine Früchte die schwindelig machen?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke. He's cautious about.
Nein, ich hab's verkackt. Nochmal. Aber da geht das Vertrauen ja gleich auf 0 runter, obwohl ich's... Oh, ist ja gemein.
Ja.
Mein Glückwunsch. Ich habe mir gedacht, ich nehme jetzt einfach das andere.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating horror fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your horror fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Sumeru oder Ormos? Ja, Ormos. Ich habe mir das nicht durchgeguckt.
Ich auch nicht.
Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The mantra? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Wo ist er hingelaufen? Mach darauf.
Look, he's over there.
Gott, wo rennt denn der hin?
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building. Here, over here.
Hey, Dory.
Stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you? Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that. So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Können wir uns die Ware ansehen?
Yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila! Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Tibet have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora. Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic? Or how about
the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period. With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
2 million mora, and it's yours. No discounts.
Whoa! That's a lot of mora!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom.
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Ich hätte gern diese. Diese. Und diese.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 mora more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million mora.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth one. Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
Du bist hier die Neugierige.
Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned...
Hold on a second. I thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking.
Uh-oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So,
Keine
what
davon.
did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques. I'm not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right?
Wenn es dich glücklich macht.
We'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon, whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Erstmal über die Dächer. Lass mich mal gucken. Gibt's doch.
Time to scout.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Danke.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Film, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Gehe in die Wildnis. Da gehen wir in die Wildnis. Gehen wir mal dahinter. Ich Ich gucke mich weiter so nebenbei nach ein paar Kisten um. Ach, das ist nur ein Aufzug. Hm.
Time to scout.
Aber ja, dass es hier relativ wenig gibt, habe ich tatsächlich schon gemerkt, weil ich in einigen Gebieten schon 31% habe, obwohl ich da nichts gemacht habe. Ich bin einfach nur rumgelaufen und habe die Teleporter geholt. Mehr habe ich gar nicht gemacht, also.
Deswegen habe ich auch
Was?
24% hatte.
Hm. Wie aktiviert man die Dinger nochmal? Achso, mit so einem Dendro-Ding. Der will nicht angreifen, hä? Der will einfach, dass wir ihn stalken. Okay, wir stalken ihn.
I condemn you. Eye for an eye. Crush.
Komm, machen wir mal ein bisschen mit Mia drauf. Wo ist er hin? Ach nö.
I condemn you.
Kiste.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
Da. Mich kurz ablenken lassen. Geht's weiter zurück zu Story.
More speed.
Das Gefühl, genau.
All right. This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, we can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Oh, hey, Thumb! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got, Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra for this capsule?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Eye for an eye. There is no escape. I
I condemn you.
Die sind ja nur 75. Ist ja richtig langweilig.
Eye for an eye.
Die sind ja nur 75. Oh.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Die Wissenskonserve, wo ist er denn im Inventar? Hier. Muss einfach nur auf Anwenden drücken, das hätten sie sich auch sparen können.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Illusion shock. I condemn you.
Hoch?
Ich hab vergessen, noch den zu schreiben. Ich dachte mir so, hä? Da fehlt was.
Also, irgendwie hat sich der Kampf null verändert.
Now, I'll start recording data again. Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Wait, how much?
Fast gar nichts.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Ich habe gerade nichts verstanden.
Nee, Tabs offen.
Ah.
Ja.
Auf übernächsten Morgen um 7 Uhr irgendwas. Und ich habe auf 6:44 Uhr gestellt. Mist. Egal. Ich hasse es, immer ewig Targets warten zu müssen in Genshin. Das ist zwar storymäßig schon, macht's irgendwie Sinn, aber irgendwie nervt's. Was war's jetzt? 7 Uhr am übernächsten Tag. Ja, komm. Also nochmal. Machen wir 10 Uhr. Dann haben wir es auf jeden Fall.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Mhm. Dann nehme ich den Teleporter. Muss ich nicht wieder ewig rumlaufen. So.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it.
Can you really get us anything we want?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble.
sure your information is accurate. Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ein El Ahmar.
Ein El Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worship the Scarlet King?
Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. Turns out, it ended up in the hands of Ein El Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
Der ist wieder da unten. Bin ihn auf den Kopf gehüpft.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites' transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this. Bold move, Dory. Very bold move. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ein El Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ein El Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp. See you then.
Wir müssen wieder Zeit stellen, 100%ig. Ach nein, 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 doch nicht. Oh, Glück gehabt.
I'm sure he's taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Gehen wir hin. Da drüben. Ich vermisse Jella ein bisschen, die kannst du schon schnell flitzen. Gehen wir mal darüber. Und schauen wir mal darüber hin, was da ein bisschen ist. Gleich. Vielleicht noch ein Kistchen irgendwo. Bitte, 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 bitte. Ey, hier gibt's ja echt... Sonst waren sie doch immer so offensichtlich. Jetzt sind sie versteckter. Och, Mano.
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
Rack and ruin. Shine down. Vengeance will be mine. Eye for an eye. Rust and revamp. Shudder.
Du lebst noch?
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Geile Kampfszene.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him?
Da wir sprechen, vorhin sagte Hypase, ja.
You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. What a shame. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it.
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we can go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
Du hast wohl recht.
Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
So, okay, die Archon-Story geht tatsächlich wirklich weiter. Nice, aber den ersten Teil haben wir jetzt abgeschlossen. Das ist ja schon mal was. Lass mal gucken, wie viel Zeug haben wir denn noch. Wir haben noch... Ja, wir haben noch ein bisschen Story. Ich würde tatsächlich sagen, machen wir auch mit der Story mal weiter. Tschüpp. Das Event läuft uns ja nicht allzu schnell davon.
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Dann gehen wir mal zum großen Bazar. Wo war denn noch mein Eingang? Hier.
There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Paimon müde. Paimon schlafen.
More speed.
Du bist auch schon irgendwo da draußen, hm? Aber da draußen oben. Ah, hier. So viel höher ist es gar nicht. Der halbe Meter da, die 5 Stufen.
It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
Hallöchen, Pumpernickel. Na du?
Oh, if you don't
Alles fit bei
mind,
dir?
How about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Ja, auch ein bisschen die Story. Ja.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Ein bisschen stressig momentan. So die letzten Wochen schon, aber ja.
Then let's meet at the
Muss man
nearby
durch.
bazaar first thing tomorrow morning.
Muss man durch.
Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, Traveler.
Natürlich, Paimon kann nur ans Fressen denken. Da habe ich noch jemanden. Sie.
Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Da könnt ihr den hinteren Teil von ihr auch sehen. Ja, nein, jetzt. Als ob sie es weiß. Ich bin Kapitel 3, Akt 1 durch. Na, ich bin schon im zweiten Teil der Story jetzt. Den ersten habe ich auch gerade vorhin durchgemacht. Sind wir gerade fertig geworden, habe gerade in Akt 2 gestartet. Oder ist schon Akt 2, oder? Ja. Stopp. Falsch.
More speed.
So.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Akt 2 schon sehr weit. Okay.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Auch Meech.
Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night.
Meech.
I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there. Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
Ach, du willst darauf.
For everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumera roses, sunsetias, kapalatas, hara fruits, and zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumero uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible!
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Ich glaube, Meech schmust gerade ein bisschen mit dem Mikrofon, kann das sein? Ja, schaut so aus.
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft
So, ich glaube, ich bin
invented
jetzt
by
wieder
none
da.
other than Lesser Lord
Hi.
Kusanali
Was war denn?
himself.
So, How does it work?
Huh?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical
Was?
reagents, I'll use them to perform a
Okay.
random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Okay. Das klingt nicht sehr glaubwürdig.
According to Lesser Lord
Das
Kusanali,
ist jetzt in der Story.
everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it?
Wir versuchen das einmal. Wir sollen 2 Sachen drauflegen.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stop.
They say the Sub-Zerus festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus would be just as impressive.
Wir gehen 100% zu dem. Oder auch nicht? Doch. Ich wollte erst sagen, guck mal, der hat so einen Hut drauf. Vorne steht bestimmt Dummy drauf.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Ja.
Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Wow! Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zerus festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zerus festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed!
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one, don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni kabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? It's all right. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Nummer 3.
Attention! That's unfortunately lavender melon.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles.
Ja, wieso?
Incredible luck.
Die würde ich mehr nehmen als den komischen Schwanz da.
The sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4.
Ja, hier,
The most important thing is that everyone
naja, die Schachtel da. Dann nehme ich lieber die Melonen da als die, wie heißt es, Lavendelmelonen als den gegrillten Echsenschwanz.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since can you come with me to get it?
Kein Problem.
You probably forgot because you're so
Da.
excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
How embarrassing.
Geh zurück zum Wohnort. Können wir uns da nicht hochporten vielleicht? Nein, kein Teleporter in der Nähe. Okay. Laufen! Laufen! Laufen, 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 laufen. Ja, okay, so weit war das jetzt nicht. Trotzdem bin ich faul. Lauffaul.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know,
Oh.
right?
Die Goldbrigade.
Wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Homayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them. You're right.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
Wo soll ich denn hinkommen? Ach, da vorne hin. In einer Minute. Warum denn unter Zeitdruck? Ja, gut. 30 Sekunden haben wir noch. 36 sogar.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so fast.
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Niemand, ich habe es gerade überprüft.
Your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
Die braucht eindeutig Kokomis Quali.
Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? Look around the area.
Truly.
Oder Babsi. Nicht Babsi kennen, hat sie bestimmt ihre Q voll. Aber die brauche ich irgendwie gefühlt nie. So. Ab auf die Bank.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Elazar.
I can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilou will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Ab zur Bühne. Du. Aber gefühlt sind wir dem Archon keinen Millimeter näher gekommen. Hilfe.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilou!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zeros Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
Hab gedacht vor ihrem
It's a
Zahn.
hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeros Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now?
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about... Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers.
Nilou, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zeros so much. And I know how
Ich mag die Akademie nicht. Können wir die nicht einfach kurz und klein hauen? Wir haben auch einen Archon dabei. Raiden zieht mal kurz ihr Schwert. Habe ich gehört. Und dann ist für die nächsten 100 Kilometer erstmal eine Schlucht. Wir müssen sie nur richtig sauer machen. Raiden, du kannst nicht kochen. Alles, was du machst, geht in Flammen auf.
Dann an zu heulen.
Die geht nicht zu heulen, die wird dann richtig pisst. Oh, noch gemeiner. Deine Schwester mochte dich eigentlich nie.
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see.
Pass auf, das kriegen wir hin. Wir müssen nur kurz die Akademie finden, wo die ist.
A lot happened today. Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make...
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework. The
project is entered its most critical phase.
Was war das? Nur weil du so eine schlau... Paimon, du hast selber gepennt. So, warte, wir müssen mal kurz die Akademie finden. Raiden ist pisst. So, guck, Raiden, ihr Pistometer ist voll. Wo ist die Akademie? Die ist hier oben, oder? Ja, die wird hier oben sein. Da gehen wir mal kurz hin. Multiplayer gesperrt. Ist nicht schlimm. Oh, guck mal, ich nehme den Teleporter gleich mit. Hat einer die Akademie gesehen? Ich sehe hier Treppen, aber ich sehe keine Treppen. Ich sehe auf der Karte Treppen. Wo sind die? Ah, da ganz oben. Okay. Warte mal, wir können doch einfach den Baum fällen, oder? Dann fällt die ganze Akademie weg. Mist, er ist nicht leitend. Scheiße.
Hilfe.
Ohne Mist, wir moppen Raiden einfach. Raiden, pass auf, hör mal genau zu. Hör mal genau zu. Du kannst nicht kochen. Überhaupt nicht. Hat deine Schwester auch gesagt. Die mochte dich deswegen auch nicht. Weil du sie immer vergiften wolltest. Ja, funktioniert.
Hilfe.
Ja, wenn Raiden so richtig pisst ist, hat man in der Summe gesehen. 10 Kilometer Schlucht.
Good morning, Dinyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Sure. Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going.
Oh, ich hasse Dinger, wo man die ganze Zeit hinterherlaufen muss. Wen hätte man denn noch, der richtig pisst werden könnte?
Ooh, they're selling food over that way.
Nichts.
Let's go take a look.
Hm?
Kauft.
Wortfetzen, juhu.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haft-Mewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss.
Actually,
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions.
Warte mal, stopp,
People used
hä?
to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize.
Appear to be in.
really?
The moon signifies.
Nein, wir sind in der Zeit zurück. Scheiße. Täglich grüßt das Murmeltier.
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and
Understood. I'll keep.
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty. So, where to next?
Täglich grüßt das Murmeltier. Wir gehen da runter. Komm her. Ich weiß, wo wir hingehen. Beeil dich. Hopp, hier, da. Komm, diesmal nehme ich ein anderes Ding. Komm her. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich genommen habe das letzte Mal.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your
Yes, Knight Varys!
So, das ist genau das gleiche wie gestern. Deswegen skippe ich das mal.
And there's also Great. These boxes of candy.
Nummer 1. Nummer 1.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed
Dämmerfruchtgeschmack. Nummer 4, ich habe doch 1 genommen.
But maybe we didn't sleep very well last night.
Nein, Paimon. Warum kannst du dich aber Paimon nicht erinnern? Paimon, du bist doch unsere magische Stoppuhr.
Sure.
Der Geschmack von Déjà-vu.
Ha.
Stopp, stopp, stopp. Nix hier Geschmack von Déjà-vu. Ich habe was anderes genommen diesmal, absichtlich. Und warum gehen wir jetzt in die Taverne? Okay, erstmal einen saufen. Erstmal einen saufen.
A feeling of, oh, pie in that case.
Achso, das ist ja...
Also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it? So why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of déjà vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this. Isn't this going a bit too far?
Wohl bekommst. Vielleicht schmeckt es ja gut, nur weil es ein bisschen angebrannt ist, muss nicht schlecht sein.
The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
Nein, es schmeckt eigentlich ziemlich gut.
You mean
Habe ich doch schon mal gegessen.
possible? We were just talking about how So, would this be a case of taste bud déjà vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we're, how about we go...
Was? Ich krieg gerade eine Erfolg nach dem anderen, glaube ich. Wir waren die bestimmt nicht schon mal hier. So, wir sollen raus. Wo ist die Tür? Hier. Schaut aus wie ein großes Fenster, die Tür, aber egal. Zur Not springe ich aus dem Fenster raus. Ist auch egal. Ist Erdgeschoss. Tut man sich nicht weh. Und ein Reißen ist sowieso egal. Den können wir auch von der Klippe werfen. Hm? Die Mission mit Ito ist mir anfangs so hart auf den Sack gegangen, dass ich ihn echt übrigens direkt mal von der Klippe geworfen habe. Ich glaube, der ist immer noch tot.
Oh, I ran into
Übeltäter, ja. Kennen wir alles?
Not at all. I've always been like this. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt déjà vu? You know...
Deja vu? No. But my days have been...
Oh, Paimon sees.
It's almost time.
Huh? Time?
Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zero.
Okay, jetzt gehen wir wieder in den Marktplatz. Das wird abgebrochen werden. Zum Glück müssen wir nicht hinlaufen.
With your lack of intellectual credentials.
Mietz, du Nervensäge.
The Sub-Zero.
Nilu?
Oh, it's okay.
But you've been really...
It truly is unfortunate.
True, but...
The next
Kennen wir alles?
No.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! So, maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? for now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more.
Observing a modest drop in the output of neon energy, but values still remain. Continue to monitor for variances in the data.
Wir haben nochmal den gleichen Tag, hundertprozentig.
Why does Paimon feel...
Wir gehen wieder dahin.
More speed.
Good morning, Dinyard.
Not at all.
Huh?
I'm doing well.
Great idea. Let's get going. Traveler?
Heute ist wieder das Fest. Ach komm schon. Ich will das Fest jetzt nicht so 10-mal machen. Hoffentlich sind alle guten Dinge 3.
All thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy. Oh, are you? It's not that simple. Each box contains a and there's also. No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Nummer 4, Nummer 4, Nummer 4, Nummer 4.
Your confidence, no hesitation at all.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck.
Nummer 1 ist Echsenschwanzgeschmack.
Oh!
What?
That couldn't mind reading?
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers?
Da eben war.
What's going on?
Folge der vertrauten Gestalt. Folgen, während sie schon weg ist. So, ich port mich aber hin. Ich habe das Gefühl, in der Stadt verlaufen. Ich kann wie... Wichtiger Auftrag, du kannst dich nicht porten. Ich verlaufe mich aber gefühlt in der Stadt nur.
Haha.
Ich muss höher. So. Nee, jetzt muss ich wieder runter. Ich bin zu hoch. Ich stehe in der Luft. Cool, ich stande gerade in der Luft. Traveler hat doch Superpower, ha? Hm? Miet. Komm schon, du Nervensäge.
What are you looking for? Traveler? That's... know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you?
Kokobis Stimme! Nur in der Waschmaschine eingegangen.
I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. What the?
Erinnerungen.
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Das 20. Mal. Boah, hätte ich keinen Bock, 20 Mal aufs gleiche Festival zu gehen.
The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival? Have we been trapped?
Ich fühle mich übrigens ein bisschen beobachtet.
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge cap? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of déjà vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good. You passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know, I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness. She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival. If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall. You sure love to use weird analogies. Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Du trittst dem Zustand des Nachsinnen ein. Du kannst einen beliebigen Text wählen, um ihn zu interpretieren. Dabei kannst du den Text analysieren und möglicherweise neu interpretierten Text an Schlussfolgerung. Okay. Einige entschlüsselte Texte können miteinander assoziiert werden. Klicke einfach auf Assoziation vorbereiten. Wähle einen anderen Text auf. Klicke Assoziation starten. Kann einer der Texte der aktuellen einreichen. Erlebnis der alchemistischen Dinge interpretieren.
Moon, illusions and lies. What a...
Okay. Déjà vu?
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean? We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints.
Dunyarzad!
The Sub-Zeru's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
Ich glaube, wir konnten gar nicht die Wahrheit einreichen.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zeru's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something. Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again.
Gehen wir mal darüber. Gucken mal. Müssen wir jetzt mit allen noch mal reden?
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend? I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my product. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm...
To put it in the...
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find some...
He actually has a point. True. It's so... Anyway, if this all really...
So, wir skippen jetzt ein bisschen die Story. Ich denke mir ein bisschen viel Gequatsche momentan. Ja. Jetzt wird's gerade ein bisschen nervig. So 4 Stunden nur Gequatsche.
Help you better
So, you're admitting that you don't...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said... Are you...
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous.
When you say it like that...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are the book only...
So that's how... We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think... Yeah.
Ach, jetzt ist die andere auch wieder da, oder was?
Fine, my lady. It's just...
Perfect timing.
Paimon, traveler. You came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon. People in Sumeru... My mind feels... The moon...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You could...
Alright, so this...
So, jetzt erklär mal alles. Einmal.
Kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
She's quiet?
Yeah, she isn't the same. Her parents said that this is...
Huh?
I don't quite understand.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the...
Achso, zu Nihada. Das müssen wir wieder drauf. Bitte lass mich porten. Ja. Ich hätte aber auch den Teleportationspunkt direkt daneben nehmen können. Wäre ein bisschen schlauer gewesen, ha? Och, Mietsch. Einmal hast du meine Lampe umgeschmissen. Und auf der anderen Seite. Bleib doch in der Camp stehen. Nee, du setzt dich lieber wieder auf die andere Seite rüber.
Passiert.
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and...
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How...
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right. Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha.
Das Genshin, ja?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to
Handel
operate,
zwischen
as it is
Spieler,
the manifestation
ja.
of the God of Wisdom's
Ja,
power.
bin ich auch schon. Da habe ich auch schon tausendmal gesagt, aber irgendwie
Populace,
glaube ich, wird es nicht
and it
passieren.
grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned. What did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes,
Ja, gleich.
the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you...
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. People in Sumeru don't... That doesn't sound right. My mind feels... What's happening right... That doesn't sound...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind can make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An meinen Charakter aus Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
Comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain?
Grad.
I love it. In that case, we should take over Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it?
Oh, Mann.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler,
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may...
Lass mich raten, wir wachen wieder da auf. Nein! Und wir haben das Akasha-Ding wieder am Kopf.
Paimon remembers everything. Good. You adapted quickly this time. We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now, Paimon doesn't... It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand. If we're lab rats... The moon? Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Okay then. Dear...
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Was mit der Pyramide zu tun?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking?
You didn't get...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
Shh. How? So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You all... It's as if...
You're saying that, although you...
That's right.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no...
So you want us to...
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Schauen wir mal, was rauskommt. Gott, Akt 2 ist nervig. Gefühlt, weil du dich eine Stunde oder so im Kreis drehst. So. Und an der Stelle mache ich eine kurze Pause. Und ich mache mein